What is up, YouTube? Roy here, and today I'm gonna show you how I made this cover art for AzAz. So let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing is he talked to me and told me, bro, I need it to look something like this. So let me show you what he wanted it to look like. So he told me he needed something like this. The if you know the album cover, you know it, bro. Like, this is underground magnum opus, bro. These are one of the best covers in the underground. These two, the Summers one, what we have. So he needed something like this, in this style, in this aesthetic. So that's obviously Malik's style. If you know Malik, yeah, he's the one who made this cover art. So that's his style basically. So something in this range. So yeah, the first thing is I got my wait, I haven't mentioned one thing. Oh, and he gave me this description. So, but for bottle 2, don't include any pics of me, just do some graphics and a bottle that hints at being alcohol but kind of discreet, wanna keep it blah blah blah. So yeah, I understood what he meant. So I used these two images. I used this. This is actually me and my kitten, and I also used this. This is my hand, bro. So in my head, I was actually thinking like I'm holding a bottle of alcohol, like a hand, not any hand. Like, no, it can't. Like, I don't give a fuck about the race, bro. I don't give a damn about the race, but it can be any hand. So white, but as long as it's a hand holding something. So yeah, holding a bottle that has some, like, a little bit of alcohol or any liquid. So yeah, initially, so I started off with that image, and then I removed the kitten. How did I remove it? It's easy. I just used the clone stamp tool, selected alt to source, and then did this. Yeah, something like that. And then I also used let me see if I can see it, the content aware move tool. Oh, wait, I also used the patch tool. So let me see. Yeah, I did something like this. So I used the the patch tool, and I also used the, what's the name again, clone stamp tool, to remove the cat and my hand also. And then the other thing is I selected my hand from this image. I selected the hand from this image, my hand from this image, and I added it here. So it looks like this. This whole process is compositing. This whole process is compositing. So I got the bottle from a random website. I don't know if it was free pick. And then the liquid itself wasn't even purple initially. It wasn't even purple, bro. It was red. So I adjusted it by pressing Ctrl U to change the color, and I got it to purple, because I felt like that was I wanted that to be the overall color for the whole composite. So yeah. And then the other thing is the bottle. Yeah, I've already said I got it from free pick, and then yeah, this other bottle I got it from Pixel Squid. And then I adjusted it, but I adjusted its perspective and also the shadow. So let me see if I can find the layer where it's at. Let me see. It's not this. Yeah, this is it. So I adjusted its perspective so that it can look like it actually belongs there. So first thing I did is I got the shadow. Its shadow. How do you generate a shadow from that bottle? So you double click this, and then you go to drop shadow. But let me select this as a second option. And you go to drop shadow. As you can see already, it's here, and then you can just move it a little slightly away from the object, and then you click OK, and then you click layer, new layer style, create layer. It will tell you some aspects of the effect cannot be reproduced. We are doing this to get that shadow. So yeah, you actually got it. Here it is. From there on, I rotated it, and then I adjusted it using perspective, lowered its opacity, changed its blending mode, and I also changed the blend if so that the shadow can actually look like it belongs to the ground. It can blend properly with the ground. The opacity was 5450. So yeah, I'm trying to speed run this. So we are done with the bottle, with the hands. I also cut out my feet. Yeah, I also cut out my feet using the object selection. No, actually I cutted it out manually using the selection tool. So I selected and I was done. So the next thing I did is I added threshold to the ground. So let me show you how it looks like. Yeah, there it is. As you can see, we are getting there. And then for the bottle too, for this bottle, I think I applied threshold to it. So yeah, I applied threshold to it. Let me open it up real quick. Okay, here it is. So let me just give out the source, bro. I see people on Instagram, people who use anything related to threshold when they are making their art using threshold. Like, it doesn't come out clearly. Many of the people I know, so many of the people I've seen on the internet. So I'm giving you free source. Before you apply threshold, you should apply a noise layer on top of the threshold. Set it to overlay so that you can get the details. So if I zoom in, you see like it's looking grainy, but at least you can see the details, the darkness and type shit. So if I switch off this layer, yeah, it's your plain old threshold, bro. Like, nothing special about it. It's looking average. So when I switch this on, yeah, it regains some of like the properties it had before being thresholded. Like the edge. Yeah, it has some detail. So yeah, that's the source, bro. That's the source. I keep on saying this, but I want people to realize, like, you can't just do threshold like that, just slap it, because everyone is spamming threshold, bro, in the big 2025. Literally everyone, bro. So the difference between me and someone else is how I do it. Like, the little stuff such as noise and color, and coloring it. Oh, wait. Before that, so I wanted the bottle to have a different color. So of course I added a new layer, selected the soft brush tool. As the brush tool, selected it to soft round, and I painted orange over it. Set the blending mode to darken. If it's on normal, you see how it looks ugly as hell. Can't even see anything. But if it's on darken, yeah, it looks fine. So yeah, that's what I did. Okay, for the hand too, I applied threshold. So let me just enable the layers slowly by slowly. And also I added adjustment layers. So every part of the hand had a different threshold layer to retain the details, to get the details straight. So yeah, I also colored it. You know, my hand is black, but my client isn't black, bro. My client isn't black. Yeah, he is not black. So I tried changing up the color a little bit, but yeah, I couldn't sell it, bro. I couldn't sell it. I changed the color I added a new layer, set the color to pink and brushed, set the blending mode to darken, but still, man, that she wasn't selling, bro. Like, it looks still like a black. a black man's hand. So yeah. It's so racist, bro. It's so racist. So another thing is I also added shadows to the hand where it was in contact with the bottle. If you can see clearly, if you can see, but it's subtle. It's very subtle. You need keen eyes to see it. So yeah. And then the next thing I did is let me see. I converted it to a smart object. Oh wait, and I also created a shadow for the whole thing, like the hand in the bottle. So yeah, here it is. And then I converted the hand layer, this whole layer into a smart object. So yeah, it looks neat. So for the liquid, initially it was red, but I changed the color. So yeah, initially it was red, but I switched up the color to something else. Yeah, the bottle is, yeah, I didn't make any adjustment to the bottle, bro. So yeah, I tried adding more liquid onto it, but yeah, I wasn't feeling it. It wasn't looking good, so I left it at that. And then I added threshold to it. Yeah. First I added noise, then the usual threshold. And then I colored the liquid part of the bottle to purple again. I colored it again. And then I converted it into a smart object. So when I converted it into a smart object, I felt like the pink was, how do I put it? When you see something pink, a pink liquid, first thing you associate it with is lean, codeine. So first thing you associate it with is codeine. And clearly codeine is usually in styrofoam cups or pints. So I changed up the color of the liquid to orange. Yeah, I think you know how it goes, so let me just show you the proof as it's loading now. I'm doing a GoFundMe. I need a new PC. So yeah, I added a new layer, set the color to orange, painted over the liquid part of the bottle, masked it a little bit. As you can see, like this is before and that's after. So like I had to mask it. So I set the blending mode to darken, and voila, I was done. Voila. Next thing is the kicks. So for the kicks, I still applied threshold and colored it. So I colored each individual part. Because if you see properly, if you can check properly, in the OG pic, my jeans is in a different color, my shoes were in a different color, literally everything was in a different color. So yeah, I had to color it. So I colored it and converted it into a smart object. Yeah, and then now I had to add scribbles because it's Malik style. Like if you peep, he usually has scribbles in his work, in his art. Some little scribbles, they're always there, bro. Like they're always there. So yeah, I had to add my scribbles in. So if you are wondering what brush I used for the scribbles, it was Mauro's Design Syndrome's brush. Let me show you. Yeah. Gang. I have so many brushes, bro. So it was this brush pack. So it was this here. This one. So yeah, it was this brush. These are the scribbles I used. Yeah, it was a mix of orange and black to match the theme color. So yeah, that's what I did. For the brush, let me show you once again. It was this brush. So I was playing with its size. Like I wasn't using just any size. I was playing with its size. I went from small to big to a very small size to like 6. Yeah, I think 6 or 8. So yeah, I used a scribble. I added scribbles onto it, and then for the next thing I did is the title, the name of the song. Yeah, there it is. Did the same thing to it, more scribbles. Yeah, and I also used a different font. Like I like using different fonts. Like this is a different font from this other font. So yeah, this is a different font from this. And then let me see. And then the next thing I did is I added more scribbles, but these aren't. I didn't like draw them out manually. I just got them as PNGs from one of my asset packs. So yeah, I added them there, and then I also added a overlay. But this overlay was in different colors. Like it's distorted, but I wanted the color like its color. I wanted its color. So let me see. This is how it looks like. But you can see it has different colors. It has the purple, the orange, the whatever. So I needed that color. So let me just go back. Yeah, and I set the blending mode to hue so that I can get those colors only and nothing else. So this is a before. It's looking plain. This is a after. So yeah, that's what I did. Of course, parental advisory. You cannot miss with that. You cannot miss with that. And then I grouped everything together, converted them into a smart object, and then I rasterized, added a noise layer. How do you add noise layer? You go to solid color, 80. You click that, you go to filter, noise, add noise, select any range you want according to your preference. You set the overlay mode, you set the blend mode to overlay, you're done. And then I added a halftone texture into it. Let me see here. You can see it. Yeah, it's there. I don't know if I added scan. Let me see. No, I didn't add scan. Oh, I added scan, I think, yeah. So, and with that, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. That was it. Yeah, and this is a series, I guess. I'm supposed to do another tutorial because I made for him like 5 covers, the client as. So plus also I felt like I needed to do more tutorials because I need like 5 covers. I've already done the tutorial for the first one, so 4 more left to go and we're done. But I don't think I'll do all of them. Yeah, school is coming up. Yeah, I'm a student, so yeah, man. But if you understood anything, if you like enjoyed the tutorial, leave a like, subscribe. If you have any questions, DM me. If you need a cover art, DM me. And if you can leave anything in the comment section, bro. Show some love, bro. So yeah, I'll catch you next time.